subscribe. Tariq Radio. Like and subscribe.
Handsomely educated. Hop in.
Hello, Tariq. Hello, everyone.
Hop-
I have three questions, and I'll be very quick with them.
yes.
Number one, um, are you do you have some kind of collaboration with ADOS, Yvette Cornell, and something more? I've forgotten his name. I think they're pushing similar ideology as you, and they have their own group. Do you negotiate? Do you collaborate with them? I feel that would be a very good move.
No,
Second question.
no. Nobody rocks with them. Don't nobody seriously rock with them. Um, that's an organization. ADOS is a group. It's an organization with leaders and different chapters. I don't do that. I'm not with no organization that's supposed to be a lineage. It's confusing. We don't have an organization over here. Yeah, whatever they want to do with their organization, knock themselves out. I ain't got shit to do with that. So yes. What's
Okay. Second question is there's as an African, I see the whole diaspora wars, and I'm more on your side, FBAs, ADOS. But another part of me feels
FBOS is not synonymous. It
okay.
ain't even in the same realm. Foundational Black American is a lineage. That's all it is. Let's just be very, very clear. ADOS is an organization. FBA is not an organization. So FBA, ADOS shouldn't even be in the same realm. There are no leaders of Foundational Black Americans. There are no chapters for Foundational Black Americans. There's no paperwork you got to fill out for Foundational Black Americans. None of that. So it's not the same at all. One is a group, the other is just a lineage. Foundational Black Americans, that's 43 million Black people who are non-immigrants. ADOS, that's an LGBT run organization with a chopper suit wearing stud and a big frog looking Negro with man boobs. So it's a totally different thing. So let's be clear. Do not conflate the two. Thank you. Now, what's the next question, sir?
Okay, my next question is it seems that, and I've seen these comments play out several times, they're like, oh, yes, the tellers, the Africans, they say nasty things, they're problematic, but the real threats are Mexicans, Indians who are racist, who could be violent. What do you think about that? Do you feel maybe the attention is more on a lesser threat than the real bad guys who are flooding in through Mexico? They are racist, they are violent, they have MS-13, they have the cartels, and they have history of racism in South America and in
Good,
their countries.
good question. Here's the thing. You say, why focus? Why? This is the question. Why do FBAs focus on Africans and Caribbeans when we should be focused on the racist Latinos and people like that, right?
Yes, yes.
Here's the problem with that. When you have racist Latinos like Fat Joe, who says something slick about foundational Black Americans, and then there's Caribbeans sitting up there cockeyed and kikiing about it, that's a problem. Then we're going to have to look at some of you too. You understand how that works?
Yes.
Right.
Um,
Got it. That's a problem. There's a lot of the non-FBAs who are, quote, Black, African, and Caribbean. You'll be sitting up here with the racist Latinos skinning and grinning when they're denigrating us. So, yeah, you're going to have to get that work too. That's how that works. But thank you so much for asking, sir. All right. That's why we focus on all of you. That's why. Because y'all have a lot of camaraderie with your fellow immigrants over us. And that's an issue. If you're going to be riding with them, then let us know what's happening so we can put you over here in the goofy corner with them. You dig? Because if you sitting up here with some racist Latinos saying all types of vitriolic stuff about us, and you feel like you don't really have no camaraderie with us, you have more of a camaraderie with this Latino immigrant because deep down you feel like you're a Latino, because we got to be very clear. A lot of these people from these Caribbean places who are, quote, black, just like Haiti. We'll look at Haiti. Haitians are technically Latino. Did y'all know that? I talked about this before. Haitians are technically Latino. Yeah. You see out here in LA, you see some of these black folks who have somewhat of a camaraderie with a lot of the Latinos. Like we have a lot of Belizeans in LA. Many Belizeans are kind of Latino to a certain degree. They have Latino last names. OG Genesis, what's it? OT Genesis, the rapper. What's his last name is Hispanic. He has a Hispanic last name because he's Belizean. Yeah. So you see a lot of that. A lot of folks will have a camaraderie. They're blacker than black, but they'll have a camaraderie with other Latinos because deep down, these people view themselves as Latino. And we're looking at them as a fellow black person. You see, this is why we got to start looking at people's lineages and see where the hell they come from, which gives us a better understanding of what their mindset is going to be. You see, just walking around with dark skin and a fro, that ain't it no more. Yeah. What's your mindset? Do you like your dark skin and your fro? Yeah. Or are you waiting on enough money to get your Sammy Sosa on? Yeah. Let me get some more people in here. Y'all raise your hand if you are ready. Raise your hand if you're ready. All right. Because we do have a lot of folks in here. And I want to make sure I get folks on here and their microphones are clicked in. Let's get, I think I had you on here before. Garav. Let's get Garav in here. Garav.
Hey Tariq.
What's up, Garav?
Yeah, I talked to you yesterday and you said you didn't believe I was from Spain. I'm definitely Spanish.
Name in Spanish.
I'm
What
sorry?
is your name in Spanish?
Well, I don't speak a lick of Spanish. I've been in America all my life. I'm an American.
You're
So,
Spanish, but you're an American.
correct. By lineage, I'm Spanish.
Who came over here? Are you Hispanic? Like somebody from Puerto Rico or Honduras or something?
No, Spanish from Spain.
Because you sound like are you mixed with Negro? There seems like some Negro in there.
Perhaps North African, maybe.
Maybe North African. Okay, what
Maybe.
you are you Moroccan? Well, what is it?
Well, my on my dad's side, a little bit of Moroccan, but I'm Spanish though. So you can do what you want with that.
But
But
you sound like a black
as
person. You sound like a black person.
I'm Spanish.
I don't know about that, man. You don't sound Spanish. All right, but
Uh, Well, yeah. Yesterday I was saying I don't believe that Black Americans deserve reparations, because if
because what? Okay, Garab.
if you all aren't going to let white people,
Okay, dude, your phone is too damn janky. Okay. And you talking about you Spanish and you ain't no damn Spanish. Okay, let's get Birdman. Let's get Birdman from his troll account. Birdman23. What's up, Birdman23 from your troll account?
Hey, how you doing? I'm just a bird. Hi, Tariq.
What's
I just followed you. How are you?
I'm good. So what's on your mind, Birdman?
Oh, I don't know, man. I just thought I'd pop in and say what's up. I mean, I don't got nothing important to say. You can boot me now if you want. I get it.
State are you in?
Sorry?
What state are you?
Oh, I'm up here in the 51st state, Canada.
Okay, there it is. All right, man. We'll go ahead and ride you a moose or something. Let's get Mac Glorious.
Yo, King Flex, what's good, my
What's up,
brother?
brother Mac? How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, my brother. I got a quick question, bro. Yo, why don't you get into making movies, man? With all these documentaries, these books, you ever thought about getting into movies? That's the only question I have, my brother. Appreciate
Do
you.
some more narrative films. We did a horror movie about a decade or so ago. I just be busy. These narrative movies are very easy to do. They're easy. Documentaries are harder to do, but they're more impactful though. You know. Let's get RJ in the building. Mr. RJ.
Tariq, what's
What's
up?
going on with you, RJ? Where you been hiding?
No, I've been around just watching the Republican right wing meltdown.
Oh, yeah,
Have you seen
yeah.
have you seen the spike of how can I change my vote Google searches?
It's insane. It's insane. But yeah, people are getting pissed off. Vivek has pissed people off, and Elon. It's all over the place. I love it. Shit.
It's hilarious. And like, do you know every recession has been under the Republicans and have been under even COVID under the Republican Party, under Trump. Democrats always have to pull up
Oh Lord,
America.
you and this damn Democrat shilling, man. Do they ever give you guys a day off?
Hey, but it is what it is. You're a historian. You should care about that. That why does the Republicans always put America in the dirt and Democrats have to pull America back out again? You're a historian. You should start thinking like that. Stop thinking like a Republican shield. Stop thinking like a Bloods and Crips. Who always has to bring America back out the dirt? They're Democrats. Democrats always have to do that. And now it seems like Trump's gonna put America back in the dirt again, with all these tariffs and all these things that people are so much so regretting their vote and they want to change their vote. This is why you never vote Republican. They're gonna put you in the dirt. Every conservative country, they just put. You see, even in the UK, Labour is in charge
Now, are
because
you just
conservatives.
RJ? It just sounds like you're upset because they're about to deport your cousins. Is that what you're upset about?
Hey, no, like this all like if you want to see it as fun and games, hey, I can watch it as fun and games, but I can also watch it as pathetic, racist, white supremacist agendas that always put whatever country that takes hold of it, put that country in the dirt, and then Labor or Democrats or some blue party always has to bring that country back out the dirt.
Now,
Like,
speaking of dirt, are they going to send your family back to the shanty towns in your homeland? Is that going to happen?
I'm not gonna go with you on immigrant bashing.
And
Like Obama, the Great Recession happened under Bush, and Obama had to pull out America from the dirt again. And Trump is gonna put America back in the dirt, and some blue Democrats party member is gonna have to pull it back out again. And and apparently you switched. I guess you party switched yourself, and now you're a Republican conservative shield. It is what it is, but it's fun. It's fun to see them scrambling once they see that Republicans are for the rich,
No.
and they'll exploit them.
RJ, see, this is why people delineate. See, you're doing tether stuff by lying, and tethering makes people want to delineate. See, this is where you lose trust. That's why people don't want to support what you have to say. When y'all start lying, like you said,
Wait, have you not been bootlicking the Republicans for like the whole year?
I haven't, and I haven't voted for the Republicans, nor have I told anyone to vote for the Republicans. So,
You kept on saying that Republicans are the better choice.
yes, they.
But
You ain't.
they are. But why are people saying I want to switch my votes? Wait, let me ask you this: have you searched?
You're not gonna talk over me. Yeah, you have a lesser of two evils. Yeah, if you got two evils, then you ask me what the lesser of two evils is. I'll say this is the lesser of two evils. That doesn't mean I'm supporting them. I never supported the Republicans. I didn't vote. So you sitting here lying just makes people want to further delineate. I voted for the couch. I did not vote for anybody. So you just lying is kind of a stereotype of a lying, scamming tether, which makes people want to delineate even more, sir. You don't want to be that. And then y'all say we're xenophobic because we don't want to be around your lies, RJ, because you're a Democrat shill. They send you over here to spew these same tired Democrat talking points, and we ain't trying to hear that bullshit. That's why we made the Democrats crash and burn. And now some of your cousins are going to have to get sent back over there.
Did you research how can I change my
Well,
vote?
did you research what y'all going to do when y'all get sent back over to your homeland, sir? What you going to do? I mean, you can't. Can your Uber license transfer over there? Okay, RJ, he left. Okay, RJ. We don't want to hear Democrat shillery. We don't want to hear it. All right. Let's get BLM and DEI. That's a hell of a name. BLM and DEI. What's up, man?
Hello. How's it going?
I'm good, man. Where are you calling from?
From the lovely state of Michigan.
There you go. That's where I was born. I was born in Michigan. Now, you
Stop
sound
it.
like an immigrant. Where's your family from?
Wait, you said I sound like an
Yeah,
immigrant?
you do.
Bro, no. And I made this account today as a MAGA parody account, and I've been doing a little bit of Robin Hooding. I just typed in the N word and then replied with a video of a white girl getting blacked by BBC. So that's just what I've been on tonight.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Okay.
yeah. But where you from in Michigan?
Detroit. I was born in Detroit.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
okay.
my man. Thank you so much. Let me get some more calls in here. Okay. Lord, let me get some more calls in here tonight. Y'all raise your hand if you're ready. Raise your hand if you're ready. Let's get James Cotton in the building. James Cotton. James Cotton. What's up, James? All right, James. All right.
Oh, hello,
Hey, that's James.
hello.
What's up, James?
Yeah, what's up, King Flex? Man, it's an honor to speak to you.
Yes.
Um, I've been following you for a long time. So I've always honored your
Yes.
work. Got your films and also your books
Love
too.
it. Love it. Yes.
So, so I have a question. I was listening to Dr. John Henry Clark.
Mm.
He said that the black man is the greatest human fighting machine that God has ever created. What do you think he meant by that? And because I know you're a historian, like, what do you think he?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah. The black man is, man, we fought for so many people, and black men, particularly foundational black Americans, we're so thorough as far as fighting because there's a few things. We fought in every war, and Dr. John Henry Clark talked about how American black people are a threat to white supremacy because we've trained with their military. So we know a lot of their tactics. You understand? We know a lot of their tactics. In fact, we've taught them some of their tactics. Family, the US military, they study some of the battles that we've had, some of the Maroon fighters, they study that stuff. In fact, private military companies like Blackwater, they set up their headquarters in the Great Dismal Swamp. That was a sanctuary area for foundational Black Americans who escaped slavery. I did a movie, American Maroon, about that. Blackwater set up their headquarters there, and they study that place meticulously because that's where they took a major L on this soil, where foundational Black Americans were whooping their ass. and they couldn't do a damn thing about it because they couldn't go in that swamp. We set that swamp up so militarily intact where you had to know certain codes to get in. White people would not make it out. There was a rule. If a white person come in, they ain't leaving out. And that was the hub of the Underground Railroad. And not too many people talk about it because it was a secret location. It was secret. So people are just now learning things about it, but they've always feared that Great Dismal Swamp. My lineage traces to that swamp. I went on one of those ancestry sites and they had some of my ancestry going up there. So some of them folks were in my family. But the Navy SEALs, they dropped them off in the swamp to train on what we did in order to survive for centuries in that swamp without getting caught. They study us, ladies and gentlemen. When we start getting in the realm, we start changing the game. The Civil War was won because of foundational Black Americans. This is what Abraham Lincoln said. He said it would not have been won if it weren't for the Black freedmen. Lincoln said this. We saw what the Tuskegee Airmen were doing, and the precursor to the Tuskegee Airmen was John Robinson, the Brown Condor. He was the precursor to the Tuskegee Airmen. That was the brother who went over there to Ethiopia to teach them how to fight and fly. Yeah. Oh, we're phenomenal. Well, foundational Black Americans are phenomenal. People like John Horse. Somebody had John Horse's picture. John Horse, one of the greatest military men in American history, foundational Black American, Black Seminole, was whooping up on the U.S. Army's ass. Yeah? And they had to cut a deal with him and have him move out west. John Horse was badass. You see? And then went down to Mexico, made a deal with them, and he was fighting off the hostile Indians and fought off the Texas Rangers. He whooped their asses. Yeah. So militarily, we've done some phenomenal things. Yeah. So when Dr. John Henry Clark talked about how the Black man is the ultimate fighting machine, yeah, when we recognize what we need to do, when it comes down to the wire, we know how to put in some work. We know how to get it in. That's why everything has to be focused on us. This is why a lot of America's military spending is spent on containing us. When I would go to some of these protests during the Mike Brown, Trayvon Martin, Freddie Gray, all of those different protests and uprisings, I just noticed all of the military spending that was done on weaponry targeting us, Black people, particularly Black American men, foundational Black Americans. These people had military grade tanks out in these cities in Baltimore and Ferguson, just for us, for Black men, for Black citizens out here standing up for justice. These people had billions of dollars worth of military weapons aimed at us. That shows how powerful we are. You see? That shows our power. They don't do that over in the Caribbean or in Africa. They don't need it. They go over there with a couple of sticks and some sandwiches and they'll make them do anything. Over here with us, no, you got to bring the military heat on us. You got to outnumber us militarily. You got to have, just like in Tulsa. Let's go back to Tulsa. Family, and we talked about this before, the Tulsa race riots. The first day of the Tulsa riots, Black people were beating the brakes off them white folks out there. They tried to rise up on the Black people. Black people were whooping their asses. Black people were whooping them people's asses when it was toe to toe. When you fighting straight up, all right, we got you. That's why they had to go to planes. They had to get in airplanes and drop bombs on Black people. You understand what I'm saying? They had to get in airplanes in order to stop them from whooping their asses. They had to drop bombs on them. That shows how powerful we are innately. That's why they never want us to recognize our power. They always want to keep us in a stupor. They want us high, drunk, dumb, ignorant. So whenever we start talking about anything intelligent, that's a red flag to the dominant society. Let's get Duke in here. Duke, what's
Hello,
up, Duke?
how you doing?
I'm good, Duke. How are you, bro?
I'm good, man. I just had a question about this new Indian thing. I wonder what black people, well, FBA, specifically, what do you think we ought to do about this invasion? Because Indians really hate us, and I think people are overlooking what these people are going to do to us specifically, not any other race or any other ethnic uh, black person, just FBAs. So I'm thinking, I'm trying to see what fellow FBAs think we should try to do, try to put up an offensive, try to stay in the shadows. I mean, what is it we are to do? Because I think this Indian threat is much worse than people are actually thinking
Listen,
of.
what we need to do is just kind of sit back and watch the fireworks because see the dominant white society, they got a bug in their ass about these Indians now because they didn't tip their hand. And Vivek said what he said, and he can't unsay that. They heard what he said, and he said basically, white Americans are dumb and lazy, and yeah, us East Indians need to go get jobs because we work hard. And now he's trying to walk that back, but he said what he said, and yeah, they don't like that. The dominant white society felt like he stepped out of line, so we just let them get that cracking. See, sometimes we need to know when we need to be spectators and just kind of let things air itself out.
Yes, sir, and I do understand that, and I've kind of went with that sentiment, but I'm really talking about what happens when because that thing's gonna happen to be realistic. The orange man is in charge now, and he's gonna do whatever Elon Musk says, and all these MAGA fools talking about punching him in the face right now. They're gonna actually toe in the line. They're actually gonna get in line because their master Trump said so, and then we're gonna have probably 5 or 6 million Indians in the future trying to wipe us out.
Well,
So,
yeah, but look, a lot of people in the dominant society, they're looking at the Indians right now, and they're about to start putting them in check. So we just need to just sit back and watch how that's gonna go down. Brother Salon, hop in.
Hey, good evening. How you doing
I'm
tonight?
good, man. How are you, brother?
I'm fine. I got two questions. Well, I'll just start with one for now. So, using insights from Dr. Claude Anderson's assertion that Black Americans must control politics in their communities as a prerequisite to control their economic destiny, and then your observation that the key to reparations advocacy is delineation of political leverage, having discussions, actionable strategies to increase the number of pro reparation candidates elected to office, and also considering that most Black Americans historically have not voted explicitly for pro reparation candidates. What systematic, cultural, and political factors contribute to this voting trend, and how can we address it effectively?
A good question. See, what we have to do is what we're doing now. We just have to stay on message, which is what we're doing. We haven't dropped the reparations flame. Usually what happens is we talk about reparations, then they shout us down, and then we just change the subject or they change the subject for us. We haven't let them do that. We're sticking to that reparations thing. And here's the thing. We are a voting bloc, and we are kingmakers, foundational Black America. We can make or break an election. Once enough of us realize that, because a significant amount of us, we already know that. Once we realize that if we get super duper on code, we can make or break these elections, somebody's going to come along. It's going to happen and say, okay, let me give these Black folks what they want. That's why a lot of these right wings and a lot of these people are getting very nervous, because they know reparations is around the corner. They know sooner or later somebody's going to have to give it up. And we're beating that drum, and too many of us are talking about it now. And family, anything that we got on code about and stood on, we got it. You understand what I'm saying? That's why they always try to get us off our square and get us talking about other things. And this is where they would use tethers. And this is why that's not effective. What they would do when we start talking about reparations, what did they do about 5-6 years ago? They had a little bogus ass reparations hearing. They had Candace Owens up there and that Coleman Hughes dude who's Puerto Rican. And they didn't say he was Puerto Rican. And they didn't say that Candace is Caribbean. So they got them up there talking down on reparations. But they didn't expect us to say, hey, wait a minute, that hearing is invalid because the people you got, they're not from our lineage. So of course they're going to talk down on something. Coleman Hughes ain't even qualified to get no reparations. So that strategy, we made that strategy ineffective for them to just get tethers to just talk down on what we're supposed to get. And that was going to just make us get off our square. That's not going to work no more. And that's really the only play they had. You understand? And we've undermined and we've trumped that play. That's why whenever it's election time, who do they wheel out? They wheel out the Barack Obamas, the Kamalas. They wheel out a bunch of non-FBA people and try to soul them up, make them soulful, and try to give them our mannerisms and our demeanor. We're supposed to support them based on some type of ethnic camaraderie, but these people are not from our ethnic group. So we're not falling for that banana in the tailpipe. So just us being on our cultural square, that's all we need to do. Things are going to fall in place, I promise you.
In the heart of nature, we find our true strength, a connection to our roots, to the land, to each other. Introducing Rootwork deodorant, infused with the potent power of High John the Conqueror root. Embrace the natural strength and resilience passed down through generations. Feel the purity of natural ingredients, harmonizing with your body and spirit. Rootwork deodorant, bringing you in tune with nature and with yourself. Rootwork deodorant. Connect, empower, thrive. Available now at rootworkstyle.com.